To this point, Charles, and one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Off the play fake, Winston. And now here's another interception. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
From the 44, Powell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Throwing, Winston. And now here's another interception. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you have.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, Winston. He completes it to Olave. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To the air again with Winston. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Olave holds it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Winston to throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.